Hi there, Q&A with Stan. I'm Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. Question of the day is, do you, the Annuity Man, hate indexed annuities? And the answer is no. I do not hate indexed annuities. I was around back in the day in 1995 when they were first introduced. What I do hate is how they're sold. What I do hate is how they're promoted and how agents will literally, I don't want to say the word lie because but it's close, push the facts to get someone to sign the paperwork. Now, index annuities were put on the planet in 1995 to compete with CD returns, not market returns. It is not a market product. It is not a security. It's a fixed annuity issued by a life insurance company and approved at the state level. Okay, it takes a life insurance license to sell indexed annuities. Indexed annuities are not one size fits all. The sales pitches you're going to hear, and you've probably already heard if you've been to the expensive steak dinner seminar: market upside with no downside. Principal protection with market participation. Only one of those things in each of those statements is true: is principal protection. Okay, you're not going to lose any money. It's a fixed annuity, but where they're pushing the envelope, the agents, is market participation, market upside with no downside. The no downside is absolutely true. The market upside is a push. You'll be shown, well, if you'd owned it 10 years ago, Mr. Jones, look what you would have made. Well, those are what's called back-tested numbers. I wish those were illegal in this country because they're misleading. A lot of index annuities the carrier can change the rules on how the gains can be credited, and those are the caps, the spreads, the participation rates, all that nonsense, all those levers. They can change the rules, but we don't dislike them. We use them as an efficient delivery system for income riders at the time of this taping. If you want income riders for income later and a contractual guarantee, income riders ride on top of a policy, and the most efficient way to do that is with an indexed annuity. We just ignore that side because it's going to get CD type returns. Now, hopefully in the future, there will be some indexed annuity products that I will personally sign off on and say, hey, I like this, it's pro-consumer, they can't pull the rug out from under you, etc. And I'm sure that will happen. I get calls every day, but as we do a deep dive into most of them, it just doesn't fit our parameters. That doesn't mean they're right or wrong. It's just that we sell contractual guarantees. At the Annuity Man, you own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. And the indexed annuity side is all about might do, not will do. So we're working with some carriers hopefully to design a product that actually I would sign off on. The other thing I don't like about the index annuity space at this time is a lot of agents use these upfront bonuses to attract people. Listen, there's no philanthropists and annuity companies giving money away. Okay, they're capitalists. So if they're doing the upfront bonus, and you go, wait, that sounds great. Of course it sounds great. It's like, hey, take this pill and you get six-pack abdomen muscles in one day. You'd like that, right, Zeke? Zeke's behind the camera. Zeke's like, where's that pill? Don't have it. And the bonus isn't, in essence, real money. It's just part of the overall contractual guarantee. Doesn't make it right or wrong or good or bad. But you don't focus on it. You always shop annuities because they're commodity products for the highest contractual guarantee, in my opinion. But I don't hate index annuities. We sell a lot of them because we're selling a lot of income riders when people need income later, and we're quoting all carriers for those highest contractual guaranteed quotes. But what I really hate about the index annuity space right now is that agents overhype them, and they try to do a one-size-fits-all. Or they'll say the income rider has long-term care attached to it. Well, that's impossible because long-term care is a health insurance product. There's confinement care, but that's a whole nother story. They just need to tell the truth, the brutal truth, because as I tell people with index annuities, don't buy the dream, because 2 years later, you're going to figure out you own the contractual realities. That's okay if you understand the contractual realities, but if you think you're getting a market product, you're not. I always tell people, if the sales pitch was as good as you heard with indexed annuities, don't you think that's all Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and UBS and Morgan Stanley and all those that's all they buy, right? Market principal protection with market participation. Come on now. That sounds pretty good. Yeah, it does, because it's too good to be true. And with annuities, if it sounds too good to be true, it is every single time. Do I hate index annuities? Absolutely not. They're good CD products, okay? They really are, and we can discuss them if you want to discuss them. But what I really hate is how they are currently sold and promoted and overhyped.